that was our first step. Was, you know, as easy as it sounds, we debated over, you know, what is the name going to be. So we have a project name. It's starting to take some life. So that's where we are. Monroe County's all-inclusive playground crossing abilities. As Neil mentioned, it is under the umbrella currently of Big Pocono Little League Challenger, and you know, a little bit of history of the hierarchy there. Big Pocono Little League Challenger is actually under the umbrella of Big Pocono Little League, which is strictly baseball and softball league that supports and services Pocono and Jackson Township for all kids to participate at all levels for both baseball and softball. Big Pocono Little League is a certified not-for-profit 501c3 organization. As Neil mentioned, Challenger was incorporated in 2007 under that umbrella. So I thought it was important just to give you a little bit of history of, you know, you hear a lot about baseball and playgrounds and how does it all tie in together. So that's kind of where we are today. We're under the umbrella of Big Pocono Little League Challenger. A little bit of history about Big Pocono itself. Big Pocono, as well as this team here, is run by, it's 100% run by volunteers. So there's, you know, we do this because we want to do it. Big Pocono Little League itself has grown tremendously. In fact, they were recognized by Williamsport Little League in 2009. They put together a safety manual, and out of, I forget how many thousands of Little Leagues throughout the country, we came in first place. And that award was both prestigious as well as it also gave us, Big Pocono Little League, a pretty large sum of money to put in some lights. So now they can play at night under the lights, which is kind of cool. The kids like that. Not to belittle it, but it was a big achievement. The lights actually were valued at $100,000, so it was a pretty significant achievement when you think about how many Little Leagues are in California and Florida and, you know, everywhere that they're playing more than several months out of the year, where the Poconos, you know, were inundated with snow sometimes. So we really, it was a big accomplishment. But enough about that. Let's talk about the playground. But I wanted to just kind of ground you as to where we started and where we're at right now. So in addition to coming up with a name, we figured, well, in order to be successful, we have to have a mission. What is our mission, and, you know, what are we trying to get out of this? So I know it's painful, but I'm actually going to read it because we spent a lot of time doing it, and I think it's, every word was debated, and it really is something that, although it seems a bit lofty, we as a team are committed to make this a reality, and certainly you as a community are going to help us do that. So if you let me indulge me here, our mission statement, Crossing Abilities, Monroe County's all-inclusive playground, will create a safe and accessible outdoor playground that fosters imaginative play and developmental learning. This will enhance the quality of life of children with disabilities through fitness and socialization. At this playground, differences disappear. Children share experiences with their peers while exploring equipment and learning at their own level. That's a mouthful, I understand, but it truly is what our mission is, and that's what we want to happen at the end of the day. I mean, anyone can put up a swing set. We want this to be an all-inclusive playground. So it's a lofty mission, but as I said, we're determined to make it a reality, and you guys are going to help us do that. So, as Neil said, why build a playground? We got better things to do. Why should we do this? So we did an informal survey of just the area high schools, school districts, and we came up with a number of, and it very well may be understated, but we, you know, our unscientific survey, as Neil said, we've been at this for several months now. We came up with a number of about 2,000 kids plus that have disabilities just in Monroe County alone. If you think about it, that's a lot of kids. That's a big number. There is definitely a need. So, you know, that solidified in our minds that, you know, absolutely we need to do this. And additionally, there is no other playground that's all-inclusive in Monroe County. So again, why not do it? So that's kind of, you know, that's driving us. I mean, there is a need out there. So, as Neil mentioned, and our mission statement stated, the project emphasis really comes down to three critical pieces: inclusion, interaction, and integration. These kids will learn both regular needs and special needs if we give them the environment where they can be included, where they can interact, and they can be integrated. And that's really, again, three things that are, as we make our decisions of, you know, what piece of equipment should we buy, where should we put it, you know, there's a lot of nuts and bolts details that we're going to go through as this project evolves. But as we think back to our mission statement and we make every decision as to should we go forward or not, the mission statement and these 3 points are critical to, you know, for us to keep in mind, and I know we're going to make sure that these 3 things happen. So the history of the project, I think Neil gave you a little bit of the, you know, the background, and certainly this thing has snowballed beyond our wildest imagination, which is great, but it only shows us one thing: we have a lot more work to do. And that's why we're having these public meetings. We're trying to raise awareness with the public to say, hey, this is what we're doing. How can you help us do it? As I said previously, we are currently under the Big Pocono 501(c) not-for-profit organization, but we are actually looking to be covered under another one. So we're not sure where that's going to go just yet, but that is one thing that we're looking at. So we wanted to, you know, let you guys be aware of that. As this project goes on, and later in my slide deck, I'll show you how we're going to try to keep you guys involved. But, you know, we'll have contact information. If you ever have a question, you call us. Obviously, if you're involved, you'll know. But the goal of it is, you know, what, 5, 6 of us, we're not going to do this in a vacuum. We're certainly going to involve people, and we're going to make sure that everyone knows exactly where we are, what needs to be done, and it's going to be a collaborative effort. So where are we now? You're probably wondering. I mean, we've done a lot of work so far, prep work, and we have a lot more to do, but currently where we are. So as Neil mentioned, I had told him to go to, it was the Pocono Mountains Community Fundraiser event back in April, I think, or so. And sometime after that, in July, we had put a submission in, and we said we have this need, and put a grant request in it, actually, and our proposal was accepted. We were one of 4 winners, and that actually netted us a check of $25,000 plus. So now we're, you know, we got a mission, we have fire in our belly, we know what we need to do, we have a little bit of seed money, let's go out and tackle it. So here's where we are. We have the seed money. $25,000 may seem like a lot, but it really isn't. It's not a lot. So it is just that seed money. It's getting us started. It's going to help us get the design phase going. It's going to help us do the planning phase. You know, where are we going to put it? How are we going to you know, get the blueprints to design it? What's it going to look like? That kind of stuff. So unfortunately,